Hello and welcome to the French edition of the Rauta channel and the Black Metal review time. Merci beaucoup for coming here and let's take a look at what this band looks like. This one's called Black Sin. Now, before I kinda show you the album, I must say Black Sin is a type of name that actually reminds me of gothic bands. Should I have guessed by the name what kind of music this is, I would just say, yeah, maybe not yet another gothic opera vocals, symphonic metal with too much pathos and all that stuff. But luckily I was totally wrong. This one is a damn good black metal album, and I could say should be in your top lists when it comes to today's or this year's black metal 2017. So, Black Sin, Solitude Eternelle. The name of the second album, which is by the way a digital release, and here we have the mark that this is a promotional copy. As you can see, this is twofold digipack, kind of a despairing front image, some kind of wood and back with track lists obviously. Inside the same kind of theme continues for obvious reason. And then we have this booklet with these fancy little cuts. So here we have what kind of feeling this album is supposed to kind of summon in you fellow listeners of this great black metal band. Now, as you might know, France is home to quite a few very good black metal bands. But then again, considering how many people we have in France, or they have in France, there are not that many good bands, let's say, compared to Nordic countries. Anyway, Black Sin, in my books, is, if not the best black metal band from France, it's definitely one of my favorites. And the reason is basically Solitude Eternelle, is just simply so wonderful album. There are two reasons, at least two reasons, why I'm saying this, and I try to tell it you right over here. First of all, Black Sin is basically having its foundations on the very typical kind of a depressive and melancholic atmospheric black metal. The foundation of this album is not anything new per se, but the thing is that all the pieces here are just wonderfully carved and they are just nicely put out with great production, great vocals, and just near perfection. There are some weird elements, and at first I was like basically thinking like, am I gonna like them, or am I gonna just bypass them, or should I even like them? And now that I've had quite a few spins with this album, I'm still not sure. I am sure about the very fact that these kind of weird elements, as minor they might be, are actually for the benefit of the album. First of all, they make the little nuances kind of stand out from the album. The thing is that these kind of weird, not so typical melodies, even though they're kind of on the detail side or level, the thing is that they kind of have just a little bit of this weird spiciness that kind of makes this band, stand out from the rest of this given subgenre of a subgenre. That is this kind of atmospheric melodic black metal with, melancholy and stuff. But then again, also this kind of a really sinister and kind of a almost disturbing black darkness that is surrounding the whole feeling here. The thing is that this album is, at the same time, it's way too familiar, and yet it has also these kind of stripes in a way that it kind of just something is not in place. And I think that when I kind of listen to it more and more, like I said, I don't know if they're just neutral or, even good. The thing is that they are making this album what it is. So Black Sin, Clearly nothing new as a whole, but just enough to kind of give it this a nice little vibe. Nice in quotation marks, given the really dark and kind of a full of this despair kind of atmosphere what this album is holding. At first I was thinking that this is good, but not maybe great. And I kind of started to turn into great, given the kind of a score or what I would review this album as such, because overall there are no weaklings, and even those longer songs kind of feel that they have their place. And this being said, there are no individual songs, at least in my opinion, which kind of stand out from the album, and this is both a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is there are clearly no weaklings, either if there are no clear peak moments. Then again, you would kinda wish for, and I know it's hard after listening to thousands of albums, it's really hard to find that kind of albums with these kind of songs which would, make a kind of an impact that like certain Burzum or Dark Throne or Mayhem songs did back in the day. This is not the type of album like, yeah, Under a Funeral Moon, yes, or like Mother North or that kind of stuff, or Freezing Moon. But it doesn't matter. Even though this album is maybe not 5 out of 5 stars rating album, it's clear that this is not very far from being that kind of greatness. So, should you be into black metal when it's dark, when it's kind of atmospheric but also very sinister and kind of overall dark feelings, I strongly suggest that you get over the kind of a lame name of Black Sin and just take a look at this band. And now the sad news. The thing is that with the promotional letter that came with the CD, it was announced that the band has split up for good, but there will be some last shows during 2018, which will kind of conclude the career of this band. Too bad it had to go this way. Who knows what the real reasons are, but the good thing is that the Mr. Mainman, the founder of the band, will continue to proceed with other projects in the future, so maybe, just maybe, Black Sin will have a successor that will fill these big shoes. This is my review of album called Solitude Eternelle by Black Sin. Check it out, it's one of the best albums this year, and should you like the video, please subscribe the channel and at least comment on the field below why you disagree or agree with me, and if you have no idea what to get this CD on, put your Google on the making and check it out. Thank you for watching, this is Rauta, and more reviews to come to you soon. Thanks and bye.